place I'd never set foot in before. I didn't complain. I went to bed early. Even in that soft bed, I still had nightmares. I dreamt of my days in the mental hospital. Those terrible people didn't care about my cries and tore at my clothes. I begged them, telling them that my family and my fiancé would never let them get away with it. But my resistance only made them more violent. They laughed at me for daydreaming. They laughed that I thought I was still the Miller's oldest son. They laughed at my stupidity, because everything that had happened to me was approved by the Miller family and Emily. Again, I woke up from a nightmare. I felt cold all over. When I went to the living room to get a glass of water, I saw Ashley sneaking out of her room. She had a helmet in her hand, like she was going racing. I pretended not to see anything and kept pouring my water. Ashley paused. Then, she came over. Don't you have anything to say to me? Say what? I asked. Ashley was the Miller's daughter, but she loved riding motorcycles. I remembered Ashley had been in an accident before. Every time she snuck out to ride her motorcycle, I would curse her and tell her to be careful. Ashley always acted like I was a pain in the ass. Why are you being so annoying? I'm riding a motorcycle, not going to war, so chill out. You're not my brother. Brandon doesn't even say anything, so why should you? Even though I knew she was annoyed, I would still tell her to be careful before she left. But all those times I'd cared about her vanished with the unanswered cries for help over the past 5 years. Ashley's face darkened. Aren't you afraid I'll crash if I drive too fast? I shook my head. I don't know about that. Isn't the thrill what it's all about? If you don't have anything else to say, I'm going back to my room. Ashley blocked my path. I tried to go around her, but she stopped me. So, we sent you to the crazy house for 5 years. Are you going to hold a grudge forever? If you hadn't been bullying Brandon, would we have sent you there? She smiled coldly. Every time we argued, she would accuse me of bullying Brandon. Then, she would watch me break down. But this time, I just shook my head calmly. I'm not angry. Really. She seemed very angry and kicked the table. When I saw Emily again, I thought I would be emotional. I thought I'd tell her about the pain I'd suffered all these years, but nothing happened. Not even a ripple in my heart. She and Brandon stood together, a perfect match, and she looked at him with a tenderness I'd never seen. When she saw me, she frowned. I'd always thought of myself as Emily's fiancé. Out of all my dreams of being a scientist or a doctor, I wrote that I wanted to marry Emily. Now that I think about it, I was probably always chasing after Emily, and Emily never said anything. People said that Emily was only nice to me because of the Miller family. Now, Emily had probably gotten her wish. Ryan, I saw that your clothes were all dirty yesterday. I got you a few things. Don't worry, I've only worn these once, so you'll be fine, right? Brandon pulled out his old clothes like he was trying to get a reward. Everyone's eyes were on us. I remembered how embarrassed I'd felt so many times in the past when I'd lost to Brandon. But all that embarrassment was nothing compared to the hell I'd been through for 5 years. Thank you, Brandon. I took the clothes obediently. I could sell them for money when I left the Miller's house. The once proud son was now so humble. Even the maids couldn't help but whisper to each other. The Millers looked displeased. Ryan, are you kidding me? Ashley seemed to be losing it. She threw the clothes on the floor. How can you wear other people's clothes? Don't you know that you're part of the Miller family?